Hi everybody, T-Chef here. Got a project I'm working on today. It's going to be a copper sconce. I've done sconces before with copper and copper tubing and mason jars. This one is going to be different. It's just going to be a wood background and it's going to be folded copper. So this is basically going to be like this. So when I cut out my piece, I've drilled some holes so I can screw it into the wood, and I've got a hole so the electric cord can come through. Very new for me. I'm not sure if this is going to work. From what I have planned out, I've got to kind of do it backwards, shall we say. So the insides will kind of get done first and then the outside. We're going to spend a little time. I won't show you this, but I'm going to shine this up today. I've got some wood drying over here. It's got polyurethane on it. It's got one of my favorite kind of stains. It's just made with steel wool and white vinegar. And you just let that soak in there, and the kind of creates a older color so that it's, you know, doesn't look like brand new wood you just got at the home shop. So stick around, we'll see if we can put this together. Alright, so here is the wood that I'm going to use, and as you can see, I mean, it started out just like that, but with the tannins from the steel wool and the vinegar, it creates this look which I've never been able to get with a stain. It's certainly a lot cheaper than stain, and I love it. I think it looks a little older, brings out the grains. Then I put just a matte. I didn't use any kind of shine. The copper is going to shine on this, but it does have a protector on it. I've got my hole drilled for the cord, and I wedged out a hole in the back here so that the cord is flush. And of course I protected the back as well. Alright, so what we're going to start with is just some basic epoxy. I am going to bolt this thing down, but I would like some extra protection there. And does some of this go overboard? Sure, but I'd rather go overboard than have something fall apart on me. So I'm just going to spread this on here, and then we're going to get a couple screws and screw it in. Alright, so this is a trick I learned with making clocks. You just put a little dowel in here, and they'll always be lined up. And make sure I'm centered down here, and then we'll clamp it. That is right on there. Alright, and I'm going to come up here and do the same thing. Alright. Again, I've already pre-drilled some holes here, so it's pretty much dried. Like I said, I've got some screws in there. I've wired the bolt or the socket here, and hey, now we're going to see if it works before we go any further. And hopefully we can actually have a good light bulb. up. How about that? This is a dimmable switch, so I don't think this is a dimmable bulb, but it works. And so really, it's going to sit right in here. And I think that's just going to be really beautiful. But now we can at least proceed. The tricky part for me was this part right here. It's because the socket has got to have something to sit on, and I could not get it. So finally, I figured out. I put a little clay in there. I got the shape. I cut it out. And we painted it. Now we're going to secure this on here. And again, with just like with the copper, I am going to glue this on here. And it's going to sit like that. And this will wrap around it. Alright, so okay, we've still got the ends clamped down. And I've got some epoxy drying that. Once that is set, I am going to be epoxying the rest of it and then putting it together. So once it's curved, it should all be touching and we should have a good connection. But alright, so I've got all the pieces together. I'm right now, it's got epoxy on it and got it all clamped, taped, as you can see. I've got this thing pretty secured. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll see how my connections hold. It could be that I end up needing to solder a little bit, but we'll see. Hopefully the epoxy sticks. Alright, hi everybody, it's T. Shep here. So I've finished the sconce. Really happy with how it came out. I think it's going to stay right here, but and I was not able to find a good bulb that I wanted, but you can see the cool light that the copper puts off. I find that so wonderful. But we shined it up. Really all you missed was me doing some polishing and waxing, and here it is. I'm going to turn off the light here, the main light, and look at that. Isn't that cool? I love all the hues. That is just coming straight from the copper, which is really neat. There is a little bit coming down. If I do another one, I think I'll have a little more coming down, but man, with a proper bulb in there, that's going to be beautiful. So thanks for watching. Remember, T. Shep Creations on Etsy.com. You can find all sorts of good stuff on there, but mine's better. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks.